Hello everyone, welcome back. So this section is going to be how can you upload your CSV files on Google Colab? How can we install? How can you bring your CSV file? How can you bring it up to Google Colab to be used? So the first thing to do if you want to do this is you would open a new tab. So you will click on the Google Apps here. So you open a new tab, then you would click on the Google app here. So the Google Apps is here, you click on this, then you go straight down to the drive. So you click on the drive, so the drive opens. So once the drive opens, you would click on new. So you will click on new to have a new folder. So this folder, you want to call this folder Python files. Python files. That is the name of the folder. So you would click on create to create the folder. So find the folder. This is your folder here. So the folder is empty. You've got nothing in it. So then you would go to the location of the files you want to use. So you go to the location of the files and you would pick the file CSV, data CSV, you pull the file into the new folder, which you just opened. So it's gonna take some time. Well, my file is already loaded. So now you have your files here. So after you've done this, remember the name of your file. Your file is Python files. Then you would go to the to your Google Colab. So once you get to your Google Colab, what would you do? You would click on the folder here. So once you click on this, then you would try to open your Google Drive here in Google Colab. So you click on this. So it says revoke access and assign a new runtime. Okay, for notebook, you have previously allowed Colab backend to access your Google Drive. Would you like to revoke it? No, I wanted to access it. So I given my Google Colab access to my drive. So this is my drive here. So every time you want to, let me try to revoke it and let's see what's gonna happen. I revoke the access. So if I try to connect to it again, is gonna ask me to, it's gonna tell me, I click on it here. It wants me, it said permit the notebook to access your Google Drive. So I will click on connect. So once I click on connect, it gives access to my Google Colab to access my Google Drive files. So once you've done that, then you see your drive appears here. This is my drive. It wasn't there before. So now you can see my drive here. So then you find your file. So try to click on the drop down. It tells you my drive, click on it one more time. It brings all of the things you have in your drive for you. So the name of the folder was Python files. So you click on it again. Now we find the data we want to use. So what do? You would click on these three buttons here and you would copy the path. So once you copy the path, then you close this, then you open a new cell. So once you open a new cell, what you want to do is you want to read your CSV. So now you've got a new cell. The first thing is you would import pandas as PD. So you import the pandas as PD. If you run it, everything is fine. Then you know you're good to go. So you want to open a data frame. You want to name give a variable name df to the to the uh, to the data. But mind you, you're trying to read the CSV, read underscore CSV, but you're not going to put the data straight. So instead of putting the data straight, you're going to you're going to say path equals to the path you copied before. You're going to put quotation and put the path in it. So this is the path to the folder, I mean, where you have the data.csv. So once you've done this, so instead of you saying read the pandas read CSV, then the CSV file straight, you would open a parenthesis and you will put path inside it. So once you put path inside it, so every time you run it, it's gonna go and look for these paths to the file. So you want to see how it looks. So what do? You print df first. Let's print df first and see how it looks. So let's see if it's going to do something. So you print df. This is what you have. This is your data. So you have duration, you have pulse, max pulse, calories. This is something that has to do with heartbeat. And this is something that has to do with number of calories, probably in the food. This data set has 169 rows and 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the rows is 169. Mind you, this is a Python, it's a pandas, which is a Python library. So this is why you have your indexing starting from 0 instead of 1. You got 168, but it's 169 because 0 is the beginning of every indexing in Python. So this is the way your CSV file looks like. So now let's say we want to convert the data, we want to convert it to a string. It's a df dot to underscore string. So you put another bracket, open and close bracket inside it. So when you run it, then you find your file like this. Is in the form of a string. Did you see? So if you take a look at the both files, you would see when you make your data frame in form of a string, is not going to keep some data in the middle like you see here. It's not going to keep the data with the dots. It's going to show you everything, as you can see. It shows you right from the beginning till the end of the word of the file. So this is what what do you call it? The df the string. This is what it actually does for you. Then that will come to your mind is, what if I have so many data? If I have so many lines, for example, I have 1 million lines, and if you have a large data frame with many rows, pandas would only return the first 5 and the last 5. That's the way pandas does here. So pandas will automatically return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They put a dot, then the last one. So this is the way it does it, and it makes it easy for you to check what you want to check in it. So after we've been able to do this, let's try to see what else can we do with our what else can we do with our data frame. So let's check the number of maximum return rows. So let's check the maximum. So we can check the maximum return rows. So we usually use a max row for that. So check the number of maximum rows returned. So what do you do? So the number of rows returned is defined in pandas option setting. So you can check your system's maximum row by using this code. I don't need to import any pandas anymore. I did that several times. So I would print my pandas, the options, dot display, dot max underscore rows. So this is how we do it. So you would say print pandas dot option dot display dot max rows. So when you run this, it tells you it's 60. So it tells you it's 60. So the meaning is that if the data frame contains more than 60 rows, the print.df statement will return only the headers and the first and the last row. So this is exactly what happens in pandas. So because you usually don't know why do pandas always show the first 5 and the last 5. If the data set is not more than 60, so if the data set is not more than 60 rows, it's going to return everything. The only time it's going to restrict to the first 5 and the last 5 is if you have more than 60 rows in your data set. So we can also do some changes. We can change the maximum row number with a same statement. If you wanted to return more, you can use the same statement to do it. So how do you do it? You would say pandas, the option, dot display, dot max underscore rows equals to, you wanted to display up to 1,000, up to 999. So you wanted to display up to that. So what do you do? Then you would, after that, then you would data frame equals to pandas dot read underscore CSV, remember your path. So you can run it to check if there is a mistake. So if everything is good, that means there's no problem. Then you want to see how your data set is going to look like. So use a print statement and you run it. So now you can see it's going to display all of it because you've told it that, okay, I want it to display up to 9,999. So it's going to display all of it for you. But if you did not say that, it's going to only display like this, like the first one we had is going to display this for you. So this is exactly what you should understand. So sometimes people don't really know why is it displaying things like this. Some people say, well, it's going to only display, this is the way pandas work. This is not the way pandas work. It's an inbuilt programming that tells Panda that anything above 60 do not return everything. But whatever is 60 and below, return everything. So you can as well manipulate it by saying they should display the maximum row of up to 10,000 if you want. So, or you say 9,999. So that's why you have it. And I think this is enough, a bite size for us to take home today. I wish you all the best. Thanks for listening.